Good morning, 29th December 21. New contracts. 28th December, it was a beautiful day to signing new crew management contracts for 22. Now, the question is, how could Candina be so competitive today? Well, one reason being is that we are now in the most proactive country to employ Zs. Everybody complains in Canada, USA, Northern Europe about this and that. We have a whole bunch of very well educated here at Deusto University, University of the Basque Country, very highly educated Zs. It is really pride to see how these youngsters, I interviewed them in person yesterday, only 3, tomorrow another 3, either in trainee or in employment. It is a huge opportunity to get new contracts here because they are ready to accept minimum wage and then go up the ladder in 6 months towards 1,500 euros net. Why? Because the only option is you can work in a retail shop at, let's say, Mercadona, and seniority 3 years, you get 1,300, I think it is. Yes, I have it here writing. First year, 1,198. Second year, 1,265. Third year, 1,350 euros net. Fourth year, 1,488. So how do I thought about this? Because as Pablo Picasso mentioned, talent is something that hits you whilst you are working. So I had to think about these strategic wages for Zs and millennials. I thought myself, well, if you start minimum wage 1,000 euros and then you go in 6 months to 1,500 net, I beat Mercadona. Very simple way. In one place you get 4 years, another in 6 months. Also here, you can continue to grow. If you have a fleet of, let's say, 10 ships, very simple. So we are much more competitive than Northern Europe. It's about 4 times minimum wage in the UK, let's say, is 5,000 euros net, everything. Here is like 1,600, yes, 30% approx, 25. It's very important when you sign new contracts to have the people in the office that are lawyers, economists, very highly educated, believe me, very highly educated. And now we have a huge competitive advantage. Now, this is for the small side. Now, for the C side, how can Candina be so competitive? Well, we have 4 employers, we just need 4. It's very simple. A car needs 4 wheels. We have employer in Panama, in Singapore, in Bilbao, and in Canary Islands for a Spanish flag. This is for LNGs, for example. So we can be highly competitive at 3% agency fee in any sector. We are into LNG, into chemical, into bunker, into raw packs, high-speed crafts, general cargo, containers, bulk carriers, you name it, offshore supply ships. Now we started going into drills. Why? Because a lot of countries have 20% fees in Mexico, 25% fees in Cameroon. Well, Candina has 3. Would you like me that my passion is numbers, statistics, make rational expectation? Yes, you just need this. 3% equals and the pen. That's all I need. New contracts, because we have suppliers in Philippines that have the most competitive fees ever you could imagine, but also they are united in our digital software. So we use the digital software. It's very simple. We don't need to have an app that sings and does all these kind of different things like autopilot. Yes, why? Because human resources, we must be 24/7 managing the talent, and the biggest advantage is that ship managers will retain the talent. Crew managers retain the talent for the ship owner. Very simple. So it's a huge gap. Hope that ship owners that have provided ships to crew management and ship management start moving towards crew management, because it's a huge conflict of interest if you develop crew management under a ship management company. It is 100% zero conflicts of interest if directly 3% to Cantina, and that's how we get new contracts. That's how I'm waiting today to sign contracts with your company, and we can do corporate social responsibility, which is employed in Spain, which is the most unemployed Zs and millennials, because these 100% tax and incompetent 5 institutions, they are going to do nothing to reduce 95% bureaucracy, 95% tax. Nothing. Your mother and your father working for your government are going to do zero. So it's better to know where is the metastasis, so we can cut and go. Invest in yourself, dear ship owner, because we can just have this 3% at cost today. We have the employers, we have the Maritime Labour Convention, we are members of IMEC for any IPF agreements, and we have over 4 generations experience, over 125 years, to show that our long-term interest should be united to your long-term interest. And we're looking forward to this kind of companies that really have a long-term intrinsic value interest, so we can compound. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you. Like, subscribe, bye.